Hey, I'm Michael Chu. I am a senior game designer on Overwatch.
So, Michael, what have you shown new here with Overwatch at this year's BlizzCon?
Yeah, so this year's BlizzCon is really big for us. We've announced a bunch of stuff. So we've added 3 new characters to the game, Diva, Mei, and Genji. We've added another map, Hollywood. So that brings our hero total to 21. We also announced that the game is going to be available for Xbox One and PS4, and also a release date, which is spring 2016.
That's a lot of information. So tell us about what's going on in the world of Overwatch for someone who's not very familiar with it.
Yeah, so when we set out to make the world of Overwatch, it's our first new universe in like 18 years. And what we were really inspired by was, we've sort of tackled these awesome fantasy universes. We have sort of the awesome heroic epic fantasy of Warcraft. We have like a darker take with Diablo, and then this like mind-bogglingly huge universe with StarCraft. And so with Overwatch, we decided to sort of turn back to our own world and planet Earth, specifically in the future. And what we say is we're looking for this future worth fighting for. It's like an optimistic future, a future that, if we live, a little bit longer, maybe we'll get to see it. So it's all about this new universe and just going around and seeing everything that's going on.
So the characters in Overwatch, are they heroes? Are they vigilantes? Are they public servants?
So it really depends. I would say that they cross the spectrum. We have heroes who were once part of Overwatch, like Tracer and Winston, and they used to be like they were like heroes that everyone loved, but they sort of fallen out of favor now. And after that's happened, a lot of the heroes have gone in different directions. Like some of them continue to do good, regardless of what the public thinks. There are other characters who have sort of twisted and become like vigilantes. For example, like Soldier 76. The cast also has a bunch of just straight villainous characters like Reaper and our awesome Australian duo of Junkrat and Roadhog.
So you had a character you announced at BlizzCon. She can actually get out of her mech and do her own thing, as well as get back in the mech, and that's a really unique character design. Talk a little bit about that process.
Yeah, so we have this awesome lineup of 21 heroes, and we're always challenging ourselves to kind of come up with these new ideas. And these ideas kind of come from anywhere. Sometimes it's, we have some really cool game mechanic that we want to get across. In the example of Diva, right? Like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we had this character that piloted a mech, but also could eject out and, call down a new one. So sometimes the gameplay is what inspires us to make a hero. Other times, it's just awesome art. Our assistant art director, Arnold, saying, we'll just draw this character, and we're like, wow, like we need to come up with powers for that. We need to figure it out. And so there's all these different ways that we get into these characters.
So Blizzard is known for having a huge, rich lore. StarCraft, Diablo, and Warcraft. Will Overwatch have the same depth as the other games you guys produce?
Yeah, we're absolutely invested in telling the story of Overwatch. Our game doesn't have a traditional narrative per se, but like in the levels, in the characters, we're trying to tell all these different stories, and we're doing that both inside and outside of the game. Inside the game, we have these 21 heroes, and the way that I like to think about it is when we approach one of these heroes, it's like if this character was the hero of their own game, what story would we want to tell? What kind of world would they want to be in? And we kind of combine all that together. Outside of the game, we're exploring stuff like we're doing a graphic novel, which we'll get into the backstories, and also, we sort of are using our blog and other channels to explore just the universe of Overwatch.
Now, why do you think it is that games with very over-the-top characters with the for-ability kind of design are so successful in today's video game space?
I don't know. It's just sort of to me, it sort of seems like a moment where, people are really interested in this kind of game. I think for us, it sort of helps with accessibility, where you just have a few abilities that you need to learn. And what's really fun is when you have like these core abilities, it's easier to kind of see the ways that they'll play together. It's easier to focus on what these characters are. And when you have a character list, 21 heroes is a lot. Having just a few abilities that really define and separate them is great.
You guys recently did it was a closed beta, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys recently announced the closed beta. How has feedback since the closed beta has been open help you design the game moving forward?
Yeah, so feedback has been overwhelming. We've been watching a lot of people play, and we've got internal forums for the beta testers where we read all the feedback. Just reading stuff that people post, and it's really great for us because we've been playing this game for a while now, and we have the game in a state where we're like, okay, let's see what other people think, and we've been getting this tremendous amount of feedback, and we've already, we've had meetings discussing it, and it's really helping us hone in on like the balance and getting the game to feel right.
So will the game release on console simultaneously with the PC release, or will it be later down the line?
Simultaneously.
Awesome. And when does Overwatch come out?
Spring 2016.